Hi everyone. Firstly, thank you so much for liking my previous video and showing so much of your love. It really resonates with me seeing all the feedback and all the comments which you have shared with me on personally that a lot of us are actually facing this challenge of finding the right use cases for our right tools for the right use cases. So let's quickly jump on this week's video then. So this week I'm going to talk about one of the tools which I've recently started using a lot for my brainstorming and actually for my communication, because as a product manager my day in and day out is going through building documents or building presentations which resonates with the right audience and the right stakeholders. And a key component of that particular presentation or a document becomes the visuals which I use to communicate my story or to communicate what's the core essence of that communication which needs to be delivered. So one of the tools which I've come across recently, and it's in beta version, is currently you're seeing in my screen, which is Napkin AI. Napkin AI is one of the easiest tools I've seen out there, which converts text into visuals. There are a lot of enhancements which I think the tool can make going forward, but today in its current version it solves a lot of use cases for me, wherein I typically struggle to convert a particular text which I want to communicate and come up with ideas in terms of how can I visually represent those. So let's jump on and see what Napkin AI has in place for us. So there are a few ways in which you can insert your text. Once you create a napkin, you can see that you can use a draft with AI. Typically what it does it helps you to create content and then put it in a notebook format so that you can generate visuals for that. Or if you have some existing PDF files or Word documents, you can directly import that here. So all the content will be shown here and then I'll show you how to convert them into visuals. Or you can create a blank notebook and type in things whichever you want to be here. So for today's video I've put in already some content here just to quickly show how it can be done. But before I go and generate some visuals, I also want to touch base on the style format which they have. So the style basically says what type of styles are you looking for in your visuals, and with the premium version of it you can also create your own styles. So for example, I've created a style here wherein you can choose your company color palette, you can choose the font which the company uses, and then choose if there's particular styles which resonates with you or with the company's work, you can go with that. And they also have commenting features so that people can comment and then you can get feedback. Now comes the best part of it on actually how do you generate visuals, right? So for example, you can see here's the text. Once I go to the text, you see this lightning icon. The moment you click on that lightning icon, the model goes through all the text which is there and then will come up with some visual representation basis on what type of content it is, what type of different visual formats you can use here. And these are not something which every day I can think of while creating my presentations. I easily come up with this infographics, and that's where it stands out, right? You can choose anything which you want to. So in this example, it's particularly talking about my 2022, what were my journals there, what were my key achievements and milestones there. So you can select anything which you like. It's all AI generated, and if you don't think you found the relevant one, you can just click on more and then you can see what else it has in store for you. So for today's demo, let me actually quickly select any one of it and then we can explore what more we can do. So let's say, for example, I select this. What else you can do in here is it's completely customizable. You can change the font, you can change the type of it, you can change the infographics. So it doesn't hold you with whatever it has generated, but it's completely customizable to that and very easy to do so that you can again click on the lightning icon. It will suggest some things for you and then you can choose that. One of the best part about it is how do we export. So they have come up with a very easy to export styles. So once you click on export, you can choose the color mode, or you want it in light mode or a dark mode. If you want the background, you can keep it. You can choose the resolution you want to. Now you can have it in PNG format, you can have it in SVG format or a PDF format. Or if you don't want to download it, you can just click on clipboard and it'll just save it in your local system and then you can paste it anywhere. Now in this way, the tool solves all the pain points in a very easy format wherein I don't have to juggle between multiple interfaces to figure out what's my right visual. It's a very easy to go tool. You can create your notebooks and it just completes the whole narrative of having an easy communication with your stakeholders in a much more creative format and in a much more quicker format where you don't have to actually brainstorm on what exactly the type and the format has to be. It comes with some predefined formats for you and just makes the journey easy. Hope you like this video. Please do share your comments if you use the tool. What are the things you like? What are the things you didn't like? If there are any other tools you want me to explore in future, I'll love to do so. But this is pretty much it for this week. Hope you like this series and support it going forward. Thank you.